This is Niamh Riley and Megan Kilpatrick with a lesson plan for the circulatory system, Biology Junior Cert Science. The duration of the class is 80 minutes and it's an example of coupled inquiry which is open and guided together.
At the start of every class, a teacher should show the students the aims, as it's what they need to know by the end of the class and what they hope to achieve. Aims are key for teachers to have in order to have a fluid lesson plan. The aims listed here are the aims for the circulatory junior cert.
The learning outcomes are really important. Once the learning outcomes are achieved, it means you had a successful lesson plan. The students are confident leaving the class after the 80 minutes.
Episode 1 would be in the first 20 minutes of your class. This is an example of coupled inquiry. So basically it'd start the class off with open inquiry. This would be when the teacher would ask the students to be in pairs and list reasons themselves. So they wouldn't be helping them a lot. But then the teacher would come in with guided, and this would enable them to make connections themselves and to note the importance. The guided is really important in the coupled because it's the teacher introducing the idea after the students have made the connections themselves. The episode 1 here is a typical first episode for the circulatory system.
Episode 2 we gave 15 minutes for, and this is for the interactive learning part of our lesson plan. Here we have a few links of some games that we could play which we thought were key for this lesson plan, like the blood and the circulation. And this is a game where the students can put the heart together, and once the heart has been successfully put together, then all of these labels will come up as shown here, and then the blood flow the arrows show the blood flow going through the heart.
So our third episode is the experiment for this chapter. We allocated 40 minutes for this. This is also an example of coupled inquiry in order to get the experiment going. So basically you start off again by using open, which would be the first point there. Teacher would ask them questions and they'd get them thinking themselves, and then they'd come in with the guided. You can see it there in the points listed. So basically by the end of the experiment, the students should be able to get a conclusion from what they've discovered themselves. The teacher would guide them using inquiry-styled questions.
And at the end of this lesson plan for the 40 minutes, we have the Macarena for our experiment. The experiment is to time the pulse rate before exercise and after exercise. So to have a very smooth lesson, we decided to have the Macarena as the exercise so that the teacher can keep an eye on all the students at all times, and the pulse can be taken straight away after exercise.
For closure then we have 5 minutes. This is basically just a summary and a reflection led by the teacher. The teacher would ask the students what they've learned using inquiry-style questions and not just explaining everything themselves. They'd also give out their homework and the exam questions relevant to this topic.